Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Mysterious One, coming at you with a Smackdown review for March 5th, 2019. This week, Smackdown took place in Pennsylvania, and um, there was a there, we did crown a new they did crown a new U.S. champion this week, which was good to see. So let's get into it, and the man did show out, but let's get into the show, shall we? So the first segment, it was Daniel Bryan who came out and to cut a promo. Of course, he came out with Rowan. That's his bodyguard, of course, and stated that last week he was quiet when Kofi Kingston and Vince McMahon came out, but this week it's his turn to speak. And he said that McMahon was right about replacing Kofi Kingston, but he didn't feel that Owens was the right person to replace him because Owens was a nobody, and of course, and he said, of course, we know that he is somebody that he has accomplished a lot, but of course, he has to belittle him, and that's what makes Owens dangerous, more dangerous, the fact that he is a nobody. So because and that he has nothing to lose, but on the other hand, Bryan says he has everything to lose because he feels that without that belt, he can't be the champion of the planet. Planet's champion. He can't be Captain Planet, although he's good at that part, but he feels that the championship validates who he is as the savior of the planet. So that's what he said. So then Owens comes out and basically says, like, ever since he stepped away from the WWE, he became just like a member of the WWE universe. He watched every Raw and SmackDown match with his family at home, and it was hard to watch everyone do what he loves. Especially, it was hard to see Daniel Bryan because because of how he is, his personality, and how the fact that he was so disrespectful enough to throw the championship and title into the garbage, which was pretty wrong and disrespectful. I got to admit that. So and at that moment he knew where he wanted to come back to, and who he wanted to face. Owens goes to say that he's going to shut Daniel Bryan's mouth shut and basically defeat him for the SmackDown title. I think it's going to be a good match, but I think Bryan's going to win, but that's just my prediction, but I don't know. We'll see because Owens can't cut him short because Owens does have time, the talent and experience to beat Daniel Bryan. At least I feel that way. But we'll see. Let's see what happens. And also Bryan goes on to say that Owens has no friends, and he admitted he has no friends because he knows he burned his bridges with people. But he said he didn't need anybody when he stunned Bryan and beat him, pinned for the 1-2-3 last week. Then he went on to say that he didn't mean to take away the opportunity from Kofi Kingston, but he's going to capitalize on that opportunity this Sunday at Fastlane because his intention is to beat Bryan again, and this time it'll be for the title and take it away from him. As Owens went to the ring, Rowan stood in front. Bryan put Rowan in front of him. Of course, that's his bodyguard, and Owens threw him out of the ring. But then Rowan came back and basically slammed him into the ground. And there, as he was trying to, and he went in the ring to try to confront Bryan, but Bryan basically put Rowan in front of him, and then even though he was thrown outside the ring by Owen, he still came back and slammed Owen in the ring and left him laying there. And then laying there in the middle of the ring. And then there was a match between one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, which is Jey Uso and The Miz. But before that happened, the Usos cut a promo where they were making fun of how ridiculous The Miz and Shane McMahon were acting towards each other and all that, and basically they're gonna welcome The Miz and Shane to the Uso penitentiaries come Fastlane. Then out The Miz and Shane come, who respond by saying that they have passion. They have passion and heart, and they wear their emotions on their sleeves, and that's what makes them the best tag teams in the world. I truly don't believe that. I believe the Usos are much better champion than The Miz and Shane McMahon will ever be. They don't need to be champions. Like I said, no McMahon needs to be champion. That leave it to the performers, is what I say. Leave it to the performers is what I say, you know? I predict that at Fastlane, the Usos will retain the championship. At least I hope so. And come December. But the Miz did say that if Jey Uso loses focus, that he's gonna exploit and beat him. He also said that they have a second chance. That him and Shane have a second chance this Sunday, and he's gonna make Shane and his father proud because his father's gonna be attending the match apparently. So they will lock down the SmackDown tag team titles, and it will be awesome. What a stupid promo that was, but anyway, how cheesy. But anyway, then the match began. Of course, the Miz won with his finale. And I guess next week it'll probably be Shane McMahon against Jimmy Uso, and probably Jimmy Uso will beat Shane McMahon, just like what happened at Raw. Same scenario, different situations, similar situations, the same scenario. Anyway, then there was a promo with Charlotte Flair, who came out and said that sarcastically invited Becky Lynch out tonight to have a friendly conversation to see how she's doing physically, emotionally, and mentally after the beatdown that Ronda Rousey gave her last night and all that. You know, and then R-Truth comes out and issues another open challenge, U.S. challenge match, and out comes Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio and Andrade to accept the challenge. So this time, instead of a 3-way, it's a fatal 4-way match, in which Samoa Joe won and becoming the new U.S. champion and winning his first title in the WWE. About time. Really happy for him. I think he's gonna make a better U.S. champion than R-Truth will ever make, and I think he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. And it's going to be hard to beat him, take that belt away from him, because he's not like R-Truth at all. So basically, we see Becky Lynch coming with her crutch, wobbling in the arena. I guess she accepted the invitation of Flair, and Owens will be facing Rowan tonight. The New Day, there was a segment with the New Day that was in India, and they said they're going to Fastlane. That should be interesting. That should be very interesting considering what happened last week with Kofi Kingston. That should be very interesting. Anyway, Aleister Black and Ricochet came out to face the Bar. Before that happened, there was a promo with Samoa Joe, and he said that he's going to make because everybody fears him, and he's everybody's worst nightmare, and he's going to make everybody go to sleep. Things like, with I guess, because of his coquina clutch. And so it has been announced that Ricochet and Aleister Black, the Revival, and Chad Gable and Bobby Roode will be having a triple threat match at Fastlane for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Now, considering what happened on Monday, I think that's a great match. I think it's going to be great. They're all in their own right great tag teams, and I hope that the new guys win. I hope Aleister Black and Ricochet win. I certainly don't want Roode and Gable to get the championship all over again. That was like, rinse and repeat. I do not want them to be champions again. I'd rather have Ricochet and Aleister Black as champions. Or, they're burying the Revival anyway, so they might as well give it to a new team, a fresh team. And then comes out Nakamura and Rusev to attack Ricochet and Aleister Black. And then the Hardy Boys come out to save them. And that was that for that. And they beat the Bar, the Aleister Black and Ricochet. In case I didn't mention, they did beat the Bar. But after that, all that melee happened with Nakamura and Rusev. Then the Hardy Boys came and kind of saved Aleister Black and Ricochet from a beatdown. Anyway, so that was that for that. And then Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville came out, where Mandy Rose was in a match against Naomi, in a very short match against Naomi, and she beat her again. And Mandy Rose will be facing Asuka for the Women's Smackdown Championship this weekend at Fastlane. As Deville and Mandy Rose were leaving, Asuka came out and laid them out. So I guess Asuka recovered from her injury. That's good. So she'll be 100% this Sunday. Okay, so then we see, well, that's good to see. And then we see AJ Styles cutting a little promo. He was still saying how Kofi still deserves the championship, and praising him as he did last week. And Randy Orton talks to him and says something to the effect of, "Oh, you're praising somebody else as a champion. No wonder you've been here 15 years. No wonder it took you 15 years to be here." Something to that effect. Anyway, but that was in another match. Another match that's announced at Fastlane will be Rey Mysterio and Andrade. Last time they had an epic match at Smackdown, so it'll be another epic match, I would say. So in the match with Kevin Owens and Rowan, in the middle of the match, Owens comes out as Bryan is sitting at ringside and tries to attack him, but then both Rowan and Daniel gang up on him, so that match was thrown out. And then out comes Mustafa Ali, who we haven't seen in a while because of his eye injury. He seems to be 100%, and he comes to the aid of Kevin Owens. And then the end came where Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch comes out and have that friendly discussion, and said how Ronda Rousey hit her with the best, very best, and she's still standing and ready to fight. Even though her knee is damaged and her ribs are damaged, she says she's still ready. She's going to be ready for Sunday. And she beat Flair with a one leg before she could do it again. So Flair attacks Lynch and trying to get her more damaged than she already is. Give her, which is a great strategy because she'll have the advantage. But then Lynch somehow puts her in her armbar, disarmor, and said that she'll see Flair Fastlane. So Fastlane is fixing to be a very good show so far, with Daniel Bryan against Kevin Owens for the title, the Andrade and Rey Mysterio, and the tag teams with the Usos against Shane McMahon and The Miz, Mandy Rhodes against Asuka, and the Owens and it was good to see Samoa Joe. It was good to see Samoa Joe win the title, the U.S. title, but a title for the first time in his career in the WWE. Hope he stays champion for a long time to come. And the match between the team of Aleister Black and Ricochet and Rude, Gable, and the Revival. I'm hoping that Aleister Black and Ricochet win so we can have a fresh start, a fresh Raw tag team. So instead of rinse and repeat of the same thing, and that's fixing to be good. And I'm really looking forward to Fastlane, and WrestleMania is developing great match so far with Triple H against Batista. That's heating up to be a good one. With the New Day being at Fastlane, that's going to be interesting. And let me think what other matches are happening, because I don't really, my memory doesn't serve me too good right now. What other matches? But those are the great ones so far, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great Fastlane. Yeah, I really hope I hope the Usos retain that championship. To tell you the truth, I hope Daniel Bryan retains, and Kofi, that way Kofi Kingston gets to face him at WrestleMania for the championship. That's what I hope happens. To tell you the truth, that's what I really hope happens, to be honest. And let's see, and I don't remember any other matches that are going to be going on that are. Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley. Oh yeah, they're going, and Bobby Lashley and what, an Elias? No, or Drew McIntyre? Oh, one of them. I think it's going to be a throwaway match, even though it is against the newly formed Shield. It's still going to be a throwaway match to me, anyway. But that's probably why I didn't remember too good. But so that's fixing to be good, and the match at WrestleMania is going to be great too, between Seth Rollins and the Beast. He will slay the Beast, I predict. Hope so. And this concludes my Smackdown review. Thank you for listening, And I'll talk to you soon. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.